down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there.
I think he about to quit. Oh yeah, he just quit. Wow. Stupid.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the gist off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Yeah. Tay, turn that off. That's not cool to do that. That's not good to do that, Tay. Or turn it down so it doesn't make that noise.
Get this one started, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Callie, watch what you're doing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They run it with James. And he will not.
Oh, my gosh. It's like my 4th quit in a row. Are you fucking kidding me?
Your head goes. Finally, I am here.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story if I let you tell it.
I won my last 2 games 0-0.
I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves,
Damn,
now
the
they
dick's
truly
scary.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in.
They scared of the dick.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdered.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Break. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
How can we stop stretch like the thing?
Now Young. Shakes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
3rd and long for Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh my gosh. I literally, my last 3 games, I won 0-0, bro. Yeah, this dude just quit too. I think they think I'm a. I think that they think I'm one of those people who spam my defense. So basically, after they all started on offense, and after a failed offensive drive, they just quit.
Power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him.
Yeah, that's That's how that shit was.
Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Bad man when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. So the whole
I
game
think that was Owen, when me and Owen first played.
Super Saiyan Gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well, watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it
Pick
up,
it up.
gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Had that shit happen 3 more times though.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
You took all 3 of them to the curb.
Oh, because you're not supposed to be paying with
This be the green light, go. Ties running the table. People wanna know when Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. You weird mess.
all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental.
I am about to take this L right here though.
Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Does he have a good team? Didn't see it.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I feel like it's the same person off the play. That's the exact, I feel like it's the exact same uniform, and he got a activated 53.
5 yards on the
And he
game's
took a,
first play.
he
Second
took a long
down.
time.
I call that play a success. A nice
I could just
inside
see it on
run
the,
sets up
on
a
the
very
record.
manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, Dickerson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Wilson on first down.
Come here,
Trying
bro.
for
Get
Brown,
out
and
of
it's
here.
intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Get out of here, man.
And he will bring it back. An interception return.
Oh, he about to quit too. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, bro. Well, he didn't quit yet, so he might not be quitting.
taken me out like you took my ass.
For a Lions
Oh, no, he's not quitting. He's
touchdown.
not quitting. He's not quitting. Damn, it would be nice if he did, though. This is my
Prater for the
playoff
point
game.
after.
I need that first playoff win.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Taking people out like you eating my ass.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Sling, I'll go special. I'll go special. 25. Go.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Dickerson, not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Right there in the middle. 55. Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson.
Get up out of here, boy.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw.
Oh my God, that was
Nowhere
a
to
touchdown.
escape, and he goes down.
Whatever.
Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike's 50. It's a party now. Hey, Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw.
Oh my God, what? Where
Into
was he
heavy
going?
traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Get this
The
fucking work,
completion
bro.
good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have
Dude
picked
just
it
got so
off.
lucky,
Okay, so they
man.
gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Strong right. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former
Oh, he about to
Arkansas
get some of this
Razorback,
quick sauce.
in there to get him.
14.
He wants some of this quick sauce.
They'll
Or
indeed go for it with Wilson.
up out of here, boy.
And it is is incomplete.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from the 20. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I'm staring at the man in the
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
asking him to change his ways.
I was just seizing after that energy index pointing up.
Throwing out Wilson on 1st down. With a catch made by Johnson. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson. That one complete to Okoye. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Saints first down.
Mike 40. Got it. Shot. Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
All day, just like that. Hey, 0.
Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers, his 2nd sack of the night. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
The ball and actually got a successful run.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're physical group,
Lane,
and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And it's taken in at the 9.
One playoff game so I can get some trophies. More trophies.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Anquan Bolden, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Undercrook.
Here's Wilson to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my God. He stayed
Picked
on
off
his
by the
feet.
former USC man, Taylor Mays.
You know why I'm here. You know why.
Nearly a touchdown.
Yeah, he quitting now. All right. How did he stay on his feet? That was so stupid. Taylor Mays literally did the Matrix. Oh, I was just talking shit. My last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opponents scored 0 points. Shit, I was losing my ass off before this little streak. Well, I wasn't losing my ass off, but I was definitely working hard. I think aggressive.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
Yeah. And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without
aggressive
a top-play
catch. I think they got like a 15%
the way the game is played,
success rate.
with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
User, but I think that's the only way to actually increase it.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Alright, I can tell this dude is cheap, but crazy
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Bam, bam. Bang, bang, bang. Hurry up.
A first down throw for Young. This one taken in by Hester. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
8, read. They gonna need some therapy after this. Now. Let's go right here. Now.
From the gun, Steve Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Steve Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Bravo. Go.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Nowhere near where it's supposed to go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The thing that fucks me up the most with that outside of scrimmage is that I'll be thinking I'll be doing street routes, but I'll be doing like the stuff route in the game. I'll be throwing it to him thinking that he'll be open, but he don't.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Go.
Young now after the fumble recovery. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 89 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A pickup of 18 yards.
Ready, ready. 60 out now. Hey, box truck, box truck. Score. Look at me, zipper.
Third down, Young from the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards.
Hey, 2.
First down, Young. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second and goal. Young out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 8, read.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. The third down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5.
Oh, fuck.
And that'll be incomplete.
Because
we do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Yeah.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
I hope.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Check 55, come on. Check 55. Yep.
Now a first down throw for Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Train Lane. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow, they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I shouldn't have brought it.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Under 10, 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 36 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now.
Young to throw it. That'll be caught by Hester. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Yeah.
Young on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
You keep coming out with the same shit. Like, I'm going to keep coming out with the same shit because I'm
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fighting through, and he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that's complete to Sanders. Touchdown, Detroit.
Yeah, there you go, finally. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can.
Do what? Oh yeah. That shit is terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. It take way too long to recover from that shit. It is really like I be pressing the button. I be like, my receiver is wide the fuck open. I want to throw it to him right there, right now. Like that shit is terrible. That animation is way too long.
Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stand.
So out of all 7 of my last opponents, they all together they scored a total of 3 points. And that was the last person I played that scored 3 fucking points. I think if he could have got his stuff going, I feel like he could have definitely beat me. But good thing he couldn't get his shit going.
It's no in keeping it low key. I can cover the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making a game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
How many trophies you got now?
I'ma tell the wrist I was never at the end. I would never get the distance off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. More of a struggle is
I wonder what I did on the next fucking. I wonder what is the next Madden game. I think I got all the ones that's important. I don't think there's no important ones left. Oh, I think acceleration. Oh, acceleration. Still got another acceleration to get. Something that's nice to think about too is the fact that when did we get that though? I don't even know when we get that. It don't even. Oh yes, it do. Oh, because I thought the next one was gonna be a physical slot, but it's not. It's the one after this one. But something nice to think about though is Madden boosts you a strength and agility, so it kind of counters sprinter. Make it so sprinter really only take away 1 strength and agility when you max out, or if you max out, or none if you want to do. What is brother? Oh yeah, hell no.
championships. All my records go hard. This a champion hit. I've been working for this.
I know, right? That's how I feel. Like, good. I got one more playoff game for the Super Bowl, and I want to keep playing because I'm on a good roll, but at the same time, it's like. I want to play squads, but I feel like it's gonna tank my performance.
I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Last year, I remember playing a game of squads. It was 3v3. I don't think East was in there. I can't remember who else. But I threw like 6 interceptions to fucking Landon Collins. He was fucking me over back to back to back. It was like literally ridiculous. It was somebody usering him, and he was literally all over the fucking field. I was like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? So you on the third? So you on the third, man? That's all I've been buying this time, too. What time's one? Yeah, you gotta power him up. Oh, I see what you're saying. You talking about like, yeah. What's funny is without 30 out of 30 in sprinter, Herman Moore is a 97. I mean, I'm stupid. Without 30, what's up, Callie? Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine, waiting me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. What are you talking about? What are you trying to say? I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. What, like hello? In Spanish? Like, was it a specific word you were trying to figure out, or what? Or you just want to know any Spanish? Ask Siri. Where's your iPad?
Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age.
Just share it with Baby Tay.
Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got your own.
What was I about to say? Oh.
Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Check out. Might give her one
Get
foul.
one.
Just to tell her it's one now. How come?
Yeah.
I need rest. No
That's what I would.
recess in my schedule.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do with Devin White. I was like, damn, I think I might have to get started.
And half my money goes straight to taxes, but I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match, and plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous.
Without 30 out of 30 sprinter, Herman Moore is a 98, but with 30 out of 30 because it takes strength and agility, he had 97.
All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah, depends. Yeah, right.
Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
Strength, take away his strength from Sap. Yeah, this shit came out of nowhere. I went to having all slow players to having all 4 of my best offensive players at 99 speed and 99 acceleration. And I was thinking, like, is it about time for people to be that fast? But I don't think it is. I don't think it is, because Herman Moore got 96 speed, and I feel like he was doing pretty decent. Where is that right now? Finally got Barry Sanders to 99 speed. Just need a power up in my head.
I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
To get sprinter? I don't think so, nah. It should. It should tell you. Like it should. Let me see if I can find a low card. Yeah.
Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
So what? Panther. Yeah, you can get sprinter like super early, bro. Like, you can get sprinter at fucking tier 3. So it don't even gotta be in the 80s. It don't even gotta be, yeah. What's up? What's up? Huh? How do you say hello in Spanish? Hola.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
There's no more. There's no more.
Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Get your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points to
I think it's better for you as a defensive tackle, right? Because you got multiple right hands. Beside him, right? Or no? I keep getting confused. Yeah. I think I keep getting confused. For some reason, I keep thinking that you already had pretty much everybody except. I don't know what I'm thinking.
She wanted like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex like girl you can count on him.
About to go back up. That's actually really fucking funny because I started to get depressed. Yeah, he only got 5 cards on the offense right now.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.
One thing I don't want to do though is have to speed and start again. It's super uneasy.
Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian.
I can't believe I'm still using. I can't believe I'm still using the first Darius Slay card. I mean, this 91 Darius Slay card.
When they wish for me to fail, I might donate petty bills. They can't get it, but they sell.
91 Darius Slay. Like my Darius Slay is only 91. It's the same. It's the same overall as fucking. He actually cheaper than Rashawn Melvin on auction. Same overall as Rashawn Melvin.
Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold.
I'm quite sure I'm gonna take Sprinter off of Barry though. Once you get an upgrade.
So I put it on display.
Yeah, like if people can get to 99 speed and acceleration without Sprinter, then there's no reason to put it on. It's literally just taken away from them. That's why I hate putting it on my line now.
I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
Wait, what's still 2000?
I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
Yeah. What made you think of the change?
I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it clean like a maid.
That's because.
Everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah. Another brother better, you will never find.
Yeah.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Yeah, beats hit in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or. Come on. Check three. Switch. Shit. Rock it. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. Oh, and now some space to operate. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Calvin Johnson, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go.
We got no problem with spamming. You can tell by the play he came out in. What he did on offense, what he did on the kickoff, and I can see what he do on defense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Young on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
They probably are,
Johnson
but
there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Young. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, the pressure
made it overall
and he goes down once more. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards now with the season over. Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play...
Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. Johnson was the intended receiver. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's caught on the right sideline and out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Damn, that's crazy.
First and 10 at the 20.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's caught by Sanders. And all the way down to the 37. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection
Terrible
there. It's
throw.
Incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
You can't block me. Go. Mike, check, 59.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Bolden. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Steve Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Johnson the intended target, and now it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Final play of the half, Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, y'all. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. All the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simul. as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vick. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Well, this time they'll throw it with Vic. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught by Watkins. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st down, Dickerson. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw it here. Vic. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Night Train Wayne. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD, for Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for a Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better, but the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Deion Sanders on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Ravens 40-yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Right there. All day, baby.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a give, right side. Dickerson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. It's Hill, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know, but
okay.
September 10th.
Misty there.
That's when the 100. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll set up a throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun now on third down. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept
10-0.
using it.
This
Third
offense
quarter,
in desperate
10-0.
need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Dickerson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box.
Hopefully he got the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And his pass incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here I come. Here I come. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. That one complete to Hill. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Cool.
Check Mike 40. Check.
Here's Michael Vick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Really?
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit.
Oh, yeah, he about to quit. Yep, boom, there we go. Finally. Jesus Christ, man. Got like 8 quits in a row. 10 points. What, 7 and 3. That one dude scored 40 on my dumb ass though. But he was the only he was the only person that beat me, and he was the only person that scored more than once that whole season. Sometimes it be taking a while for that stuff to reflect. Like, you gotta go out of your lineup and go back in for it to reflect. Right, for him? What's his strength right now? And that'll be a 96. What's his speed? 86? And he was 84 before you maxed him out? He was 84. Yeah. Ooh. Weird though. Oh, it's because you got the pass rush on him, probably, huh? Yeah. You got another wiggly thing? Yeah. Got a whole midfield pack for that. I think 30. Wasn't that for real? I was in pro. Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy.
So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the